Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Greenwich Village Folk Festival, September 5, 2021.
He is the founder of the group Jim's Big Ego, and he continues to live up to the headline on their website and, quote, the greatest band in the history of recorded music. Please welcome Jim Infantino.
The very first time I played this in front of people was at the Greenwich Village Folk Festival, the 9th annual one. In 1993, maybe. I've been playing it a lot since then. I'm addicted to stress, that's the way that I get things done. I'm not under pressure, then I sleep too long, and I hang around like a bum. I think I'm going nowhere, and that makes me nervous. Everybody's had to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's had to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's had to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's thinking about me. It's the little things that get you. It's the little things that get you when you weren't paying attention. It's the little things that get you. It's the little things that get you. It's the little things that get you when you weren't paying attention. I'm trying to cut down on my caffeine consumption, so when I get up, I just have one cup of coffee, and I like to have another cup of coffee with my breakfast. And on the way to work, I like to get a cup of coffee, like the kind of cup of coffee that you get with a donut, except I never get the donut, I just have the cup of coffee. And when I get to work, I like to have a cup of coffee because I like to have a coffee when I'm talking on the phone. But usually it goes cold and I need to get another cup of coffee, and it's lunch, and I have an espresso or a matcha macchiato, and when I get back, it's not morning anymore, so I have a Diet Cola and another Diet Cola, and but then I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling pretty sharp, and I'm feeling pretty wired, and I'm getting things done. But right about 2, I get this little tiny migraine, and it starts by my eyes, and it moves to the back of my neck, and moves to the bottom of my spine, but doesn't get there till 5 or 6 o'clock, which is the end of the day. So I'm fine. 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 Except when I have to work late. When I have to work late. When I have to work late, which I usually do. I'm addicted to stress. That's the way that I get things done. If I'm not under pressure, then I sleep too long, and I hang around like a bum. I think I'm going nowhere, and that makes me nervous. Everybody's had to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's had to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's had to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's thinking about me. Get up, get on up. Get up, get on up. Get up, get on up. Yeah. What you gonna do when the coffee runs out? Gotta go get some more. What you gonna do when the coffee runs out? Gotta go get some more. I love to work. I love to run. I love to play real hard. I love to steal little things from the grocery store, like a piece of bubble gum, or sometimes I just stick my thumb in a peach and leave it there. I love to work, I love to run, I love to water ski, snowboard, jet ski, skydive, parasail, hang glide, rollerblade, mountain bike, bungee jump. I mean, I'd love to do these things if I ever had the time. I love to work. I love to work. I love to work out after work. I love to spend a little time with this woman I'm seeing, so we never get a little time to spend together, so we call each other up. We call each other up and we call each other up and we talk about work. But what I think I really love is to get up by myself on a little tiny island in the middle of the ocean with just me and a book and a cellular phone and a volleyball with some blood on it. And I'd eat and I'd drink and I'd run and I'd sleep and I wouldn't do anything except swim all day. Except, you know, my iPhone doesn't work underwater really. You know, where are the sharks? Where are the sharks? And there's this kind of anemone that sticks in your foot and the poison goes up to your brain and you die. And sand fleas. Sand fleas. Yuck! But actually I think they're really relaxing, you know? Just me by myself in the middle of the ocean, and that's what I really love to do more than anything else, except probably hate it. I'm addicted to stress. It's the way that I get things done. If I'm not under pressure, then I sleep too long, and I hang around like a bum. I think I'm going nowhere, and that makes me nervous. Everybody said to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody said to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody said to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's thinking about me, but I feel alright. Everybody said to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody said to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody, 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 everybody is out to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's thinking about me.
This is Jasper Lipak.
Thank you. I'm going to throw in kind of a new song right now. It's pretty silly, but considering what's happening in our country right now in Texas, I just want to sing some female power songs. This song is a song dedicated to an often overlooked organ that we all have had. It's called P is for Placenta. We all learned once upon a time that when an egg and sperm collide, that egg becomes fertilized and eventually a baby. But But there's an unsung hero here, an afterthought we should revere. Before that egg turns embryo, it first becomes a zygote. That zygote cell divides and splits and soon becomes a blastocyst, and that blastocyst makes two things, not just one. A brand new organ built from scratch that feeds that fetus till it's hatched. Now everybody, raise a glass, a toast to the placenta. P is for placenta, not pizza, pint, or please. It's the motherboard of human life, it's everything we need. The placenta is a masterpiece of intricate design, a maternal-fetal interface connecting space and time, both hospital and pharmacy, a restaurant and more. It acts as kidneys, heart, and lungs until that baby's born. P is for placenta, not pasta or poutine. It's a big box store, smorgasbord, it's everything you need. The placenta isn't pretty, it looks like a piece of meat. It smells musky, like a liver, but it's still a wholesome treat. You can roast it in the oven, dehydrate it into pills. You can drink placenta smoothie, it is sworn to heal your ills. P is for placenta, not perfume or potpourri. Its versatility is amazing, we finally see your beauty. P is for placenta, we will pass you by no more. We celebrate your gift to life and raise a glass once more. Placenta!
Yeah. It is indeed an honor to welcome to the Greenwich Village Folk Festival, Tomprasado Rao.
This is a song I feel like it's probably not appropriate for me to sing, but maybe Kate or Jasper or Cozy could sing it. It's called My Right to Choose. It's my right to vote, my right to choose, my right to hope, even though I might lose, my right to dream, 'cause I know the truth. It's my heart, my soul, my body, and it's my right to choose. Those people outside, they say it's a sin. They try to deny my struggle within. They tell me to vow, but still I refuse. It's my heart, my soul, my body, and it's my right to choose. They say it's my fault. They say I should pay, that I should repent for going astray on a slow train to hell. That's where I am bound, but I am not lost. No, I am found. I stand on this rock, I shall not move. A child of God with nothing to prove. It's my right to say what I will do. It's my heart, my soul, my body, and it's my right to choose. It's my heart, my soul, my body, and it's my right to choose.
A publication called Music Mecca. .org, and I think it just sums it up so perfectly. They write, if you are in need of a sound that fills you up like food for the soul, then look no further. Kate MacLeod has you covered.
Thanks, Christine. So good to see you.
Now, Ray calls Austin, Texas home these days, and he continues to deliver songs in a style that Ray Wiley Hubbard describes as like gunpowder and opium. It's a pleasure to have him with us tonight. Please welcome Ray Bonneville.
Appreciate it. We'll play a little groove here. It's basically a one-chord song. I threw one in the middle just for tension, but it's called Roll It Down. They go like this. Roll it down, roll it down, roll it down all the way. A big old world going round day by day. Mama sigh when children cry, you don't know the half of it, child. It's alright, it's okay. On your side, you got time. By and by, you'll come to find your own way. Roll it down, roll it down, roll it down all the way. A big old world going round day by day. Drowned in a pond, the lifeline goes on like a river, source the delta. It don't pause when it come across a time zone border. Trembling hand on a shore in the sand. Do you love me like I love you? Tide is gonna rise, make the words slide, but they're still true now, baby. Roll it down, roll it down, roll it down all the way. Big old world going round day by day. Roll it down, roll it down, roll it down all the way. A big old world going round day by day. Roll it down.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, sounds like there's a couple thousand people out there.
Please welcome Cozy Sheridan.
About the same time that I dropped out of college, a number of other young people also moved to the Portsmouth area and maybe dropped out of college or finished or never went. And we all started out together. And we didn't really know a lot. We didn't really know how to follow the jam session. We didn't know how the fiddle tune went. And we made a lot of mistakes. But we were young and we could sleep on a couch and get up every morning and do fine. This is called A Beautiful Sound. And thanks for having us. Ready, Charlie? Yep. 2, 3, 4. Here's how we float down the river, bailing the boat all the way. Oh, my brave companions, our long ago watertight days. Some little god swims under the boat, pushing it day and night. And our early waters, they're long gone out of sight. We never learned all the theory, we did a lot of it wrong. We just tried to survive, tried to arrive at the end of the song. All over creation, the world spins round, the million ways that we make a beautiful sound. I painted some words under the gunwale up by the bow. I painted yes and I painted no, and I painted somehow. And oh, my brave companions bailing alongside me, words inside your boat that no one else can see. We never learned all the theory, we did a lot of it wrong. We just tried to survive, tried to arrive at the end of the song.
I got laid off, it's Monday. Calling to tell you, it don't sit with me well. I feel like I failed you. You say we got each other, and that's plenty enough. And I know that's true. But we got one kid coming, one still in diapers. It's a rainy drive home with one good wiper. Leave the porch light on. I need a beacon just to pull me to you. If I ever lost you, I would be lost too, just drifting in a sea of blue. You're in my skin like a rose, like a rose tattoo. Now the economy's crashing, this poor boy's laughing, 'cause there's nothing to lose. We don't live in no mansion, there's no bling to put on, only a Walmart fashion will do. Inside the house, the baby's screaming, pasta's steaming, and I look through the windows. Feels like I'm dreaming. You pull the door open, say, Daddy, when you coming home? If I ever lost you, I would be lost too, just drifting in a sea of blue. You're in my skin like a rose, like a rose tattoo. And you say, well, fight for the best case scenario. And then you put Van Morrison on the stereo. Well, sure, there's trouble in the boardrooms, trouble in the factories, trouble in the alleys out back. We've got love in these patterns. Love is what matters. Baby, I got your back. Got your back. Got your back. Hey, I've got your back. If I ever lost you, I would be lost too, just drifting in a sea of blue. You're in my skin like a rose, like a rose tattoo, like a rose tattoo, like a rose, like a rose, like a
Listen up. If you're home for a while and working on new songs or stuck on an old one, hit me up. Cliff Eberhardt says this, hit me up. Let's work on it. Go to this site for more info, and that's www.writeabettersong.com. Cliff Eberhardt.
It's about a song about forgetfulness. I left my passport back in customs. I left my hat upon the rack. I left my phone in my hotel room, and it's never coming back. Now all my things belong to others. There's no such phrase as lost and find. I'm getting sentimental for all the things I left behind. She was as beautiful as morning. She was sharper than a knife. She vowed she would be faithful, though we were never man and wife. She always stood beside me. She never was unkind. Now someone else is making love to all the things I left behind. Things I totaled up the cost, but lately it occurs to me, maybe I'm the thing that's lost. I left my past in my subconscious, what we forget we soon regret. I left my heart in San Francisco, just like all the rest. Now did you look before you left? I wish there was a sign. Now I'm making my apologies to all the things I left behind. We all want a second look for all the things we left behind.
Well, our next performers, I am so happy to hear them. They first met in the late 1970s when they were each booked separately at the original town Crier, which was in, I believe, Beekman, New York. The two got married in 1991. They've continued to tour and record, continued to work at SOCAN. They've hosted a radio series and worked with filmmaker Ken Burns on the soundtrack to a number of his projects. Please welcome Jay Ungar and Molly Mason.
I don't know if anybody out there is going to dance, but you're certainly welcome to.
Or play along with us.
Play along, play along. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
little song written originally by Ledbetter, and it's good advice these days. It's called Relax Your Mind.
Oh. Sometimes you got to relax your mind. Your mind. Relax your mind. Relax your mind. It makes you feel so fine sometimes. Sometimes you've got to relax your mind.
I knew it was in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Now, decades after she traded rock stardom for life in a teepee, Kate Taylor is back. Her new album is called Why Wait? Cliff Eberhardt held it up and showed it to you. And it reunites her with many of the key players who played on her first album, Russ Kunkel, Daniel Kortschmer, Leland Sklar. Back in 1971, she did Sister Kate, and 50 years later, the same guys are backing her up. And it's produced by Peter Asher. David Brown wrote about Kate in Rolling Stone. He said the sunny vibe of the song, he's talking about Good Day Sunshine, which includes Taylor exclaiming, "Good morning, world," near its start, also couldn't have arrived at a better time as more of us get out into the world for the first time in over a year. And here she is with her unmistakable voice and her unmistakable guitar. Closing out the Greenwich Village Folk Festival tonight, Kate Taylor.
Hi, Christine. Thank you all so much. I was in my teepee, and Brother James came into my teepee yard, and he said, I'm changing record labels, and the new label has offered me an opportunity to produce somebody else, and would you like to make a record? And I said, oh, that's absolutely lovely. I'd love to. So we were discussing tunes that we wanted to do, and the first song that I thought of was this song that was written by a friend of mine his name is Walter Robinson, and he had asked me to sing on a demo with a chorus of people that he'd gathered together to just get a feeling for what this song would sound like, as he was writing it for a kind of a folk opera about the Underground Railroad. And this is a song called Harriet Tubman. One night I dreamed I was in slavery, about 1850 was the time. Sorrow was the only sign, nothing around to ease my mind. Out of the night appeared a lady leading a distant pilgrim band. First mate, she yelled, pointing her hand, make room aboard for this young woman, singing, come on up, child. I've got a lifeline, come on up to this train of mine. Come on up, I've got a lifeline, come on up to this train of mine. She said her name was Harriet Tubman, and she drove for the Underground Railroad. And somehow my heart was growing weaker. I fell by the wayside, sinking sand. Firmly did this lady stand. She lifted me up and took my hand, singing, come on up, child. I've got a lifeline, come on up to this train of mine. Come on up, I've got a lifeline, come on up to this train of mine. She said her name was Harriet Tubman, and she drove for the Underground Railroad. Who are those children dressed in red? I heard the angels singing. Who are those children dressed in red? They must be the ones that Moses led. She said, come on up, child. I've got a lifeline. Come on up to this train of mine. Come on up. I've got a lifeline. Come on up to this train of mine. She said her name was Harriet Tubman, and she drove for the Underground Railroad. Yeah, they did that. Yeah, they did that. All right. Oh.
Hey, could you do another song for us?
I'd love to. I'll do this song that I put on this latest CD, this latest collection, Why Wait? And it's this is a song that well, it's probably a lot of little pieces of song that I kind of put together. It's called I Got a Message for You. I've got a message for you from your mother. She wants you to listen for her sound. She wants you to come home and put your feet down on the ground. I've got a message for you from your father. Lord, he's grand and he's vast, ever expanding. He's the present and the future and the past. We are one. This can never be undone. We're in a sea of DNA. It will always be this way. It's all about this moment, right here, right now, in this circle, gratefully bound, circle of light, circle of time, circle of life, circle of rhyme, circle of planets, circle of sun, circle of fire, circle of one. It's a mystery, but it's written. It's all ahead. Where's that swan flying to its destiny? She said, I took a leap of faith to a place called home. I found light there and a sound like home, and I got that thoughts would race on through. When I got down to quiet, I heard you. I got a blessing from a Buddhist in red and gold, and I got a blessing from a Hindu who wasn't old, and I got fanned by the wings of angels nearby. I heard the whisper of the water, heard my baby sigh. Do unto others as you'd have them do to you. These are golden words to live by. Tell me one nothing else is true.
Great set, Kate.
Here we go. Thank you so much, Rod. What a treat to be with you guys.
Thanks for being with us. Hey, Kate, can I ask you something that I was wondering about? You know, most of us haven't been touring for some time, and I know you've been out doing some shows with your new CD with Peter Asher and all those other folks. How's it been out there?
It's been amazing. I mean, it's like, you know, you remember how fantastic it was to be with an audience and to have that experience together with the audience. Well, it's like that on steroids. I mean, it just feels so good. And tonight, you know, the magic of a Zoom call in this particular format is that even though we're not together personally, and I yearn and long for that time, there's something really deep that goes in. I feel it. All these singers and these songwriters and this beautiful music, it hits home. It really feels good. So we're very fortunate, aren't we, to have this.
You're a lot of fun. You're really up tempo kind of person. It's fun to see somebody enthusiastic in this storm and drang period. You know,
I was so surprised when somebody said, "Kate, you're a soul singer." I said, Peter and I had made that record in 1971, and then I sat back and I watched him make these, you know, from afar, watching him make these incredible, iconic albums throughout the 70s and the 80s, and you know, all his whole life. I mean, he's been producing these amazing records. Danny Korchmar, I knew him when I was like 8, and he and James had learned to play the guitar together, and so to work with him and Russ and Lee, it's been amazing.
You know, for anybody out there who doesn't know who the names we're throwing back and forth here are, Peter Asher is, of course, the Peter and Gordon from way back in the 60s, but then went on to become the producer for, all kinds of people. Linda Ronstadt's hit albums, several other people. Very important behind-the-scenes person. Russ Kunkel, of course, the drummer on many of those albums for Ronstadt and Jackson Browne and people like that through the years. And Danny Korchmar, the guitar player playing those distinctive lines on James's early records. Right, exactly. So you're working with some great people.
I know. I feel that way about tonight as well. So thank you.
Are you going back out on the road anytime soon? Are there any more?
Whenever and wherever they will have me, wherever we can. You know, feels good.
Well, we seem to be going backwards, and I suppose that makes, in terms of the pandemic, and I suppose that makes the things like this Greenwich Village Folk Festival even more worthwhile, because we can still make our music for each other, even if we can't do it in person. Thanks so much for joining us, Kate. It's been wonderful having you. And in fact, it's been a beautiful concert from start to finish. Next month, on October 3rd, we'll be back with a tribute to the great Phil Oakes, featuring Tom Paxton, Holly Near, Reggie Harris, Greg Greenway, Emma's Revolution, Martin Joseph, Zach Stevenson, Colleen Katow, Sonia Disappear Fear, and John Flynn. All of these people are well known not only for their beautiful renditions of Phil's songs, but for their own music as well, which they'll be sharing some of in addition to Phil's songs. Sonny Oakes will be joining us to co-host that, along with Christine and Ron, and we hope we'll see you then. It's our pleasure tonight to have made it happen right here for you at the Greenwich Village Folk Festival.